Caregiver as Filipino is a powerful, tender, and deeply human exploration of what it means to leave home, to care for others, and to build a life between worlds. Through lyrical storytelling and lived experience, Nelson Macias paints an intimate portrait of Filipino caregivers, individuals whose quiet strength, cultural values, and emotional labor sustain families, communities, and entire care systems across Canada. The book begins with the roots of caregiving in the Philippines, where care is not taught but inherited. As the introduction notes, care begins long before we learn the word for it. In the Philippines, care is not an act. It is a way of being. This foundation shapes every chapter that follows, tracing the emotional weight of departure, the courage of migration, and the transformation that occurs when caregivers step into unfamiliar rooms and unfamiliar lives. Part 1 explores the sacrifices behind migration, the whispered decisions, the trembling goodbyes, and the hope folded into every suitcase. Departure, as the book describes, is not just about leaving a place. It is about carrying a world within us. Part 2 brings readers into the daily reality of caregiving, the night shifts, the rituals, the elders who become family, and the emotional labor that accumulates quietly. Macias captures the sacredness of this work with clarity and compassion, revealing the unseen skills, intuition, humor, patience, cultural instinct that Filipino caregivers bring into every room. Part 3 widens the lens to the Filipino caregiver community, where survival is collective. Through shared meals, shared rides, whispered jokes, and break room solidarity, caregivers build chosen families that soften the loneliness of migration. These stories of sacrifice, resilience, and unexpected grace form the emotional heart of the book. Part 4 confronts the realities of racism, class, and invisibility. Filipino caregivers are essential, yet often unseen, praised for their warmth while their expertise is overlooked. The book names these truths with honesty while celebrating the cultural values alaga, hiya, laming, pakikisama that make Filipino caregiving uniquely powerful. The final chapters look toward a future of dignity, calling for recognition, fairness, and mental health support. They honor the legacy Filipino caregivers have already built, a legacy written in the lives we've touched, the families we've supported, the communities we've strengthened. Ultimately, Portrait of a Caregiver as Filipino is a tribute, an unfinished portrait of courage, tenderness, and cultural memory. It is a love letter to those who cross oceans to care, and a reminder that their stories deserve to be seen.